And welcome back, everyone. This is Dylan Kimlin, live from Major League Pickleball Australia. We're about to get underway with our next set of games for the gold medal. Got the Gold Coast Glory taking on the Brisbane Breakers. The Breakers beating the Sydney Smash in the other set of games as we were watching the Glory take the victory over the Melbourne Mavericks. Should be a good set of games. The Glory and the Breakers have bit of a history. They've versed each other many times in our games in the past, but should be an exciting one.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Saw the Glory just on our telecast. The Glory come over the Mavericks, and they looked really solid. Just pretty much a stacked lineup. It really seemed like they had their chemistry on. As we move into this first game, we've got Kingsley and Seng, who we saw Seng was just unbelievable in her game with Martin Clark in the earlier game against the Mavericks. And we've got Rossi and Teo, who are an established partnership, an experienced partnership. So it's going to be quite a good game to get us started. There's no such thing as a bad game in MLP Australia, is there?
Well, I know that just from covering all the games in the past, Beck Kingsley, Deb Rossi have had many head-to-heads throughout the history of the Australian pickleball space. I don't even know how many for medals. Like, I'm talking 20 plus. Those two have gone head-to-head. So, experienced campaigners. It looks like our official Jen Rama Murphy having a chat to all of our women players there.
Looked like she was laying down the law early.
Oh, mate, that's Jen to a T. So she'll be making sure no mucking around will be happening on court. But we already saw how well the duo from the Glory played. And I imagine we didn't see how the Breakers played against the Smash. So they did take the victory, and believe me, the Sydney Smash are a very good side. So, you know, we have to assume that the Breakers are playing well to get through.
Yeah, well, the Sydney Smash, their lineup and the fact that they won it 2 weeks ago up in Sydney, for them to get over the line and be facing off in this gold medal match, you can only assume that they must have been playing at the top of their game, which only bodes well for this gold medal match.
Yeah, I would agree with that. If anything, see, I know both sides quite well. And you mentioned earlier, is there a bit of a rivalry between the different regions as we have Beck Kingsley currently warming up? I definitely believe there is. So this is going to be a fiery finish.
I was going to say, the way you answered it, you quickly assured me there is. There's a bit of a Gold Coast, Brisbane. Where is the dividing line? Is there a few that sort of have a foot in both camps sometimes? You know?
Yeah, we call them, I don't know, there's people that float around to different regions in the greater Brisbane region. So we got Deb Rossi on screen at the moment. Donna Feroci, she was the president of the Brisbane Pickleball Club at one stage. Very much she plays a more defensive-minded game, a lot of dinking to be had. But on top of that, you know, she's quite fiery on the court when given those opportunities. Looks like our players are ready to go and we can get underway. Dora Seng to bring it in, 0-0. Nice shot there by Kingsley. First point's gone to the Glory.
Yeah, just a really good pickup by Seng there. Just dropped over the net and she just, you know, that's probably just that confidence. She didn't panic, just got to it, put it over the net.
And that return called long. 2-point lead so far for the Glory.
I want to quickly get this one back the Breakers.
Oh, great. Really nice footwork there by Seng, taking that forehand opportunity, powering it down the middle. And this is a very strong start for the Glory.
And that's the thing in this format. It doesn't take long. If you don't start at 100% right away, you can quickly find yourself behind the 8 ball, and it's hard to come back.
And Kingsley with the arrow. Breakers getting their first points. Yep, that there is Deb Rossi, 101. Loving those dink paddles, forcing the pop-ups, putting it away. And it was funny, just during that rally right there, where we had Kingsley and Rossi going head-to-head in a dink rally. That there has been shown so many times in the Australian pickleball space. Tied game, 3 apiece.
They've probably never done it down in Melbourne, though, have they?
No, you're probably right, actually. Kingsley attacking, strong hands.
Really good play by Kingsley there. She knew she had Tia on the back foot. Just controlled the point.
Oh, good hands. That one going long, I believe. We'll see what the call is. Yep, must be the case.
I think it went that fast that Dora almost didn't see it. She sort of almost got whiplash the way she quickly turned around to try and judge that that line call.
Oh, Kingsley had the chance, couldn't put it away.
And she said, you can tell she's a little bit dirty on herself missing that one. It's one that she gets that another 10 times. She probably hits it 10 times.
Oh, Seng had the speed up there. Couldn't convert. Solid resetting. Dora too strong in the end, though.
You can just see that smile on her face. We saw that a lot in the earlier games.
Oh, she's such a positive influence on the court, Dora Seng. Oh, there's the poach. Footwork, too good.
And how good's the fist pump?
Yeah.
And you can the team getting right behind her.
Well, as we mentioned in the last broadcast, that first victory is so important.
Just long. Just giving up that little bit of momentum. Breakers serving one down.
Tied game. The drive causing the error. Rossi to bring it in, 7-7. Oh, nice shot. Rossi playing really well right now.
She read that lob really quickly. Was able to quickly get onto it, put it away. Should we say the commentator's curse then, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, Deb Rossi renowned for her third shot drops is usually very accurate. In that instance, not the case. 8-8. Seng and Kingsley combining, sheer firepower reducing the defence. Rossi unable to get it back over. Ooh, Beck Kingsley had it down the middle. That goes long, however. Tied game once more. Very close. That was a green light shot every day for Beck Kingsley. She's normally converting those ones.
Unfortunate net getting in the way there and just causing Dora to get a little bit unstuck and missing that ball. As the Brisbane Breakers find themselves 10-9 up and serving to Seng.
And that one goes out. We're going to swap sides of the court. Fortunate there for Seng. I think thought she had a good opportunity. But we'll be back live with the remainder of the Major League Pickleball Australia events for the Brisbane Breakers and the Gold Coast Glory right after this commercial break. Welcome back, everyone. Currently a 2-point lead for the Brisbane Breakers. Dora Sang, too strong.
Yeah, that was just lovely pickleball by her. She just had them push back, set up, and just kept going for it, and finally got the winner.
And the lob there causing a little bit of mayhem on the court for Brisbane Breakers. Solid transition for Kingsley and Seng. Tied the game up 11-11. Oh, Dora had it. Breakers get one there.
And you can tell she's still smiling, but she's not happy missing that one. Again, you see the fist pump from Shang. Good play by Kingsley. Suddenly we're all tied up again.
Drive attempt by Seng unsuccessful. I think thus far, both teams have had more success with a third shot drop than a third shot drive.
And that's something that when you're in a team event like this, that the bench should be watching and be able to pull them up and, you know, give that advice, get them to call a timeout, have a little word with them, calm them down.
Well, the team can't call the timeout. So there is
when there is a timeout, they can...
Yeah, then they can add the offer. Yeah, 100%. Oh, very rare that you see Deb Rossi with a dinking error. This is a very close game so far for our game one of this gold medal.
And close games have probably been the order of the day so far, and why wouldn't it be any different in this gold medal match? As we see the Breakers serving 15-14 now. She's been caught sort of in that no man's land a couple of times in the last few points. Some really good placement there by Kingsley.
Yeah, neither side able to get a big break right now. Just 1 point each, creeping along. scrambling defense there by Rossi, able to scoop that back out. 2-point lead.
Just a really good play. Aggressive to Seng. And then Breakers able to come out on top. And Rossi just missing that one. It was there to be hit, just straight into the net.
Yeah, discipline there. Dora letting it go. Pop up going far too long. Tied game once more. Beck Kingsley to bring it in. Oh, good hands, Dora Seng.
Great defense at the body. 2 in a row. Just managed to get it back down on the other side of the court. As we see a timeout called now.
Yeah, well, this is, as you mentioned earlier, this will be a time for the Breakers to come together as a team and discuss strategies.
It's really interesting that, you know, for a game that's been close all game, for such a late timeout call, would have thought that maybe just to try and, you know, swing a little bit of momentum, talk a bit of tactics. There might have been one a little bit earlier, but
yeah, I don't know. I feel like at this pivotal point, because anyone can win this game, it's been so close. That timeout, promoting that team discussion. As you mentioned earlier, both sides would have seen what's working and what's not working for their team.
yeah,
Providing that helpful advice may give them a slight edge as we progress to the very end stages of this game to 21. We'll see who gave the best pump-up talks, who's inspired from our players. Glory to bring it in, 1-point lead.
just didn't quite want to get over the net. A little bit frustrated there, Seng, but back to 18-18.
Rossi taking control. Well played.
Well, as we can see, that ball popped up and the Glory just couldn't reset it. And the Breakers took full advantage.
Oh, just short. Deb Rossi trying to fire up here. Tied game, 19-19. Kingsley to bring it in.
Net call, pushing the ball long. She did really well to get out of the way of that one. Don't know whether it was by design or she just completely got off, you know, put off by that net call, but
just the velocity by Kingsley's drive, I think. Kept on going. Either way, the Breakers are in a game point opportunity here. Switch here on the side of the Breakers. Ah, 5-5, the Breakers win it. Deb Rossi taking control in those last couple of points there. Well done. The Breakers will take the first one here. Good game.
yeah, it was. Probably didn't necessarily go the way we thought it would in terms of like the style of play, but really interesting. Some good battles there. Probably a few little areas of nerves creeping in, being that first game, but you know, really good to watch. And the Breakers just coming out on top.
Yeah, not wrong. Well, we got Russell over there. He's got a couple of ladies. He's going to have a chat with them.
I am going to have a chat with them, and they're both debating who's going to be answering the question. Jane and Deb, how important was it to get that first victory? Obviously had a victory over here in the warm-ups to this, and now it's the gold medal match. Got the first one away.
Feels really good. It's what we wanted. Just start really strong and hopefully finish really strong as well. And feels really good.
Felt good out there?
Yep, sure did.
I love it. Quick and succinct. These girls are ready to play. We'll be back with game 2 very shortly.
Yeah, thank you, Russell. We are back and ready to go. And we got our gentlemen hopping on court now, getting underway with our game 2.
And so we've got the Breakers, we've got Dave Richardson and Ben Costin. You've obviously watched the Brisbane Breakers pair play a fair bit, and we saw Dave Richardson earlier. Can you tell us a little bit about that partnership?
Yeah, I mean, well, David Richardson, known as the Iceman in the Southeast Queensland pickleball space, he is very solid, rarely ever makes errors, just a consistent player. Very strong forehand drive as well. I imagine what we'll expect from that duo is probably, I mean, it could be either way. Expect Costin to initiate the firefights, I imagine, for his side, and Richardson will probably take a bit more of the drives. So they have a bit of an interesting formula, those two. We did see Clark and Masand earlier today. Vish Masand was on fire. He's got the coolest haircut in the Australian pickleball space.
I did notice that before.
But yeah, Doc Martin, obviously he was phenomenal in the first set of games for the Glory, and I imagine he'll continue that fine form on. Speak of the devil, there he is. Doc Martin, representing the Gold Coast Glory, has a well-tenured and also international representative, played recently in the States, and did us all proud. Did us Aussies proud, and we love him for it. But you know, Martin, one thing we haven't talked about yet is how much of a nice guy he is. He's lovely to have a chat with, and wonderful ambassador for our sport.
We probably got a little bit of a glimpse of that in his post-match interview. You know, how glowing he was talking about, saying he's
exactly
his partner in the mix. And we've got Ben Costin for the Breakers.
Yep.
You've probably seen him a lot more than what I have.
Yeah, that's all right, mate. So, yeah, Ben Costin, obviously from the Brisbane Pickleball Club region as well. He's a big influence on a lot of our BPC players, just from coaching perspective, and also providing inspiration to the players as well. Looks like the Breakers will be bringing it in first, and we have a service error immediately.
How many times have we seen that today?
Yeah.
Just that first service straight into the net.
I always find it amazing. Like that last game we had was just full-blown firefight, and this game immediately the tempo has dropped. Like the players, this is just men's pickleball here in Australia. It's just a lot more slower, methodical, waiting for that pop-up opportunity. David Richardson's shot just goes wide.
Yeah, we've seen it a few times today with the men's game where they're just real slow dinking rallies, but just the way they can actually control it and just move it around the court. They're almost hitting it on a dime, like just perfect placement each and every time.
Oh, that goes wide. Richardson tried saving it, not to be.
Yeah, probably got a little bit unlucky. It just was in a good position, just copped that net, bounced up, wasn't able to adjust.
Well, that's the first points there for the Breakers. Vish Masand not successful on that attempt. Speed up. Ball still live. And that goes wide. I mentioned earlier I expected Costin to be the one to initiate the speed ups. That's exactly what occurred there. But well played by the Glory. They kept it in. kept it alive.
Yeah, he went for it, Vish, and just was patient. And then he went for it and just missed it. A little bit long.
Yeah, if anything, out of all the players, Vish is probably the most aggressive on court. So it doesn't surprise me to see that he wants to initiate. Grows tired of that dinking stuff.
And Richardson just missing that drop shot. Maintaining that 4-point lead. There's a couple of times there where I've been watching Vish, and he seems to, when he plays that double-handed backhand, it almost looks like he's about to fall over it. He's picking it up from his toes, but I think that's just his style, and he just, straight away, he's just standing back up again.
Goes wide, well played by the Glory. They are methodically pulling this one apart. Dare I say, surgically done by Doc Martin as he has a 4-point lead. The Glory looking comfortable. Oh, Doc, he got one.
Just couldn't quite get out of the way of that one.
Costin firing back. 3 points in it. That one goes long.
Yeah, and as you said earlier, Vish trying to be the one that is the aggressor. Again, just missing it. But once he starts getting his radar on, it's going to be hard to beat.
Well, there you go. He initiated again. The Breakers, however, they're playing a lot more steady. I think in the first little bit, I don't know whether it was nerves or what it was, but they've bounced back pretty strong here. ATP, yes. Solid defense. Oh, and Richardson coming in, stepping up to the plate, putting that one away. Highlight by David Richardson. Breakers tied game.
Great ATP defense, though, in the middle of that point. And then to be able to reset it and almost start again. And suddenly, the Brisbane Breakers find themselves in front for the first time in this match.
Oh, what a rally.
Wowee.
Firefight going in the way of the Glory. That just seemed to slowly speed up and speed up and speed up.
How good was that?
Massan taking the cookies in that exchange, 8-8. Well left. That one goes long. The Glory take the lead once more. Oh, that one goes long. Costin got out of the way.
He really tried to rip that one across court. just got too much of it on it and pushed it long. Costin did well to get out of the way, because that was coming with some speed.
And the Breakers take the lead here, looking comfortable. The Breakers winning it, sheer patience. And we're going to go through to a commercial break as the players will swap sides of the court. We'll see you in a jiffy.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good. Another lager. No booze, no worries.
And welcome back. Very strong start here for the Brisbane Breakers. Slight lead. Martin Clark looking to change that. Well played.
Yeah, really good play there. Do you think during the break there would have been much change in strategy? These guys probably play each other quite often.
Great hands there.
Yeah, Richardson managed to just put that one away.
It's currently 12-10 with the Brisbane Breakers. Ben Costin to bring it in. Oh, another service error. Seen quite a few of those today. 11-12, Martin Clark serving. Utter patience on display right now. Oh, David Richardson losing that one out.
I was getting nervous just watching it. You don't, when it's a dink battle like that, you just don't want to be the one to make the error.
Yeah, it's very tense, isn't it? Forehand drive by Costin unsuccessful. The Glory take the lead.
Glory look back in control.
Oh, Richardson had the opportunity, couldn't put it away.
What a super long rally.
Gold Coast Glory, just patience. Let the opposition make the mistake.
Sometimes it looks easy on the TV, but when you're in the moment, just to be able to keep your head, keep putting it in the right spot, not make an error, it's really difficult to do.
Oh, Vishmasan with the speed up catches Richardson off guard. Great hands across the board.
The Glory out to a 3-point lead now.
Oh, forehand roll by Costin unsuccessful. Glory looking very comfortable. In cruise control, we have a timeout here on the side of the Breakers. Costin and Richardson to reassess. It's been a good set of games today thus far for Melbourne. Major League Pickleball Australia. I will say temperature's probably not as cold as it was earlier today. I was a little bit chilly, but it's hot on the courts and that's all that matters.
It's Melbourne weather. This is a perfect spring day. You sort of get used to it. But yeah, the action here has been electric all afternoon. We have seen some really great pickleballs, and this game's no exception.
A couple of errors here on the side of Costin. Needs to bounce back, find that form once more. Martin Clark to bring it in with a 5-point lead. Oh, Masan nearly had it. Tremendous defensive effort there. Couldn't convert the transition, however. Brisbane Breakers get it back.
Yeah, it was a really good speed up, but then Richardson equal to the task.
Another dinking error. We are seeing quite a few of them thus far. Well, the Glory will take it.
It's probably just the fact that it's a gold medal match.
Yeah, you're probably right. There definitely would be pressure starting to apply on these players.
It's certainly not your average social game.
That goes wide. Sheesh. Vishmasan, when he speeds it up, is so fast. Can barely keep track of it on the screen.
The full credit to Costin there. He was up for it.
Yep.
And watch that ball go wide.
Speed up, unsuccessful.
19-15. Clark to serve. 2 points away.
Nice placement by Richardson, opening up the opposition. Doesn't matter because Vishmasan is a man on a mission, forcing the game point for the Glory.
I know we've mentioned it a few times that those speed ups always come out of nowhere too.
Very hard to return them.
Good placement by Costin. He had pushed Fish over to the side, opened up the middle, and put it straight down there.
Ah, what an effort. Brisbane Breakers just forcing the Glory back. Getting that smash opportunity. Richardson putting it away.
Martin Clark's fired up. They get the serve back.
And game point once again to the Glory.
And there they go, take it. The Glory take the win. Great play. They seemed to, certainly after the turn, put themselves in control and take that game 21-17.
Yeah, and that times up the game too. We're one win apiece for the Breakers and the Glory. They've done pretty well so far. I think the players from both sides will be pretty content with that. I believe the Breakers probably would want to have done better. But we'll see how it goes as we have Russell on court with two of the gentlemen. Over to you, mate.
Oh, yes, I do. I have two very excited young gentlemen. No more excited than the youngster over here, Marty. Marty, that you saw that was a pretty important match, obviously, in this set of 8. Losing the first one, you've grabbed the second one. How are you feeling?
Yeah, great. We needed that one for the team. So we had played a different strategy against those two, and I was very happy with how it worked out. But a big shout out to Adam and the mortgage broker, the Gold Coast mortgage broker. Great support of us, great guy, great product. Thank you, Adam.
Absolutely, Vishal. It was more of a measured game. The first game was a bit of a firefight, but that one there was a lot of to and fro, very measured.
Absolutely. We just played our trademark pickle, which was just solid dinking, and when we dink like that, not too many pairs can beat us, so that's what we stuck to. Some
great pickleball insight there. Well done, boys. We'll move into game 3. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you for that, Russell. As we are getting ready for our next set of games, it's always good. I love these interviews with the players.
And I think you saw again, you called the doc one of the nicest guys in pickleball, and he just showed it again. Just always just so complimentary of his teammate. And yeah, just obviously really happy that they got the win and just enjoying the win too. Like, there's one thing to win, but actually enjoy it and, you know, feed off your teammate. That's what it's all about. As we get another in for another good matchup again.
Yeah, well, we have the captains
Ladies and gentlemen, we move into match 3
duo
in our gold medal showdown here.
Gold Coast Glory. We just saw the Gold Coast
in Major League Pickleball. It's Grand Slam in Melbourne. We have from the Brisbane Breakers, Olivia Siaki and Summer De La Bona.
They'll be up against the captain of the Brisbane Breakers.
Up against the Gold Coast Glory, Katie Hart and Sarah Burr.
Who's playing with Summer De La Bona. Everyone strap yourselves in. This is going to be an absolutely fierce battle ahead.
We've seen these we've seen these play throughout the day, and we've probably mentioned a few times. Burr is playing unbelievable at the moment. Katie Hart, we've seen in the earlier matchup and in the gold medal match of the Open, how well she's playing and how aggressive she's playing. We also, and there she is on screen. She's just been on absolute fire. Just super aggressive, and you can just see the confidence in her play. Isn't afraid to go for those big shots, and really seems to be enjoying her pickleball today.
Yeah, I'm curious to see whether she'll take the left-handed side again. Actually, rather, Sarah Burr took the left-handed side for her side, but one person we haven't seen for our broadcast today so far is Summer De La Bona. This young woman has an absolutely lethal double-handed backhand, which no doubt we will see very shortly. Driving prowess, she comes from a high-level tennis background, and she can absolutely rip the ball. Hence why I said at the start of the match that this is going to be an exciting one, because we already know how hard Katie Hart can belt it. Unfortunately for Katie, Summer can whack it back just as hard, so this is going to be an exciting one.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match for our viewers. I'm trying to think to myself who I think might win, and I'm going to sit on the fence.
Yeah, I don't think you can pull it apart, really. This will just come down to consistency for both sets of sides. Jen Rammer-Murphy, once again, going to be the official for this game. But, yeah, everyone strap yourselves in. We're in for an absolute treat as the players are just having a chat, ready to go. Katie Hart to bring it in, 0-0. There it is, immediately off the bat, Dalabona firing. And to answer my question earlier, it looks like Katie Hart will be taking that primary position in the middle, both of them being left-handed players. Great reset, Burr tucking that one in the kitchen.
Dalabona did really well to get that one back from a hard Katie Hart smash. But Sarah Burr put it away, as we've seen all day.
Great shot, Shaki on the feet. Hart unable to dig it out. Ludovic Shaki, someone I didn't even mention at the start, but she is a very proficient hitter of the ball also. Just the firepower that the Breakers have. Too good, Ludovic Shaki catching Hart off guard there. Normally Katie Hart would take that opportunity on, but I think her ready position at the kitchen line was a little bit awkward. Shaki winning that exchange.
Really great placement by Shaki.
Yeah, the drop attempt perfect, forcing the error. 3-point lead for the Breakers. Dalabona, Shaki combining. Hart trying to poach that, bit awkward. Dalabona lets it go, well played. A double-handed backhand coming into play there. High levels of velocity when she strikes the ball. And I reckon we may be due for a timeout here. Oh, look at that. Yeah, momentum heavily in favour of the Breakers.
And that's what can happen in this format. The game's only just begun and suddenly we're out to you're down by 6 points, 7-1.
Yeah, Sarah Burr, solid captaincy there, understanding the shift in momentum, wants to have a breather. So you can see the Breakers are basically ready to go. They have all the momentum, they want to play. Whereas the Glory, they want to slow things down.
The timeout was almost the last thing that the Breakers wanted, but I think even they probably would have predicted it was probably coming.
Looks like we've got a change in position actually between Hart and Burr. Burr's now on the left side of court. Slight strategy change, which you can do in the timeout. Doesn't matter for when Summer Dalabona's whacking the ball. It is hard to return. 2 errors very quickly for the Glory, and things are spiralling out of control. This is probably our biggest lead we've seen today. Oh, Hart jumping.
And on cue. But the game can turn around so quickly too. You only just get a little bit of momentum shift, and suddenly you get 3-4 quick points, and you're right back in it. As Sarah Burr to serve.
Great third shot drop. Shaki unable to scoop it out. And this may be the momentum swing that the Glory want. It's happening. You mentioned it. Quick 3 points for the Glory. Oh.
And just really good drive there by Dalabona. And they needed that one just to probably grab a little bit of the momentum back.
Yeah, and there's 11 for the Breakers, playing very well at the start of this. We're going to go through to a commercial break and we'll return for the second half of this match.
Ready to discover a lifestyle designed for over 50s that lets you do you? Be inspired in your new home with high-quality finishes and relax in a resort-style community with no stamp duty or exit fees. There's more time for you to do you.
And welcome back. We are straight back into it. Lou Shackey bringing it in. The Breakers with a healthy lead. Oh, Dalabona letting that one go.
It's a good lead. It didn't look like it missed by that much. It's a sign of a player in form. Seen it well.
Oh, bang.
Haven't seen that much today.
No, LBW there on Shackey. She's unable to get that one out. And the Glory need to start building some points right now if they can. Absolutely ferocious by Summer Dalabona. Double-handed backhand. Sheer firepower on display for the Breakers.
That backhand is so good to watch.
Ooh, nearly thought about it.
That would have been an amazing angle. Didn't quite execute it.
Burr solid running. Shackey, however, sees the gap, punches it through.
Yeah, not much you can do there when you're off the court. Get into a player like Shackey.
Oh, Dalabona trying. Couldn't dig it out. Katie Hart too strong in the end. This is a little bit more positive for the Glory. That one goes long, Gold Coast Glory. Chipping away at the lead. Captain Sarah Burr to bring it in.
And that seems to have happened a few times. Just look like they're starting to get a few points on the board and then just a bit of an error.
Not too sure what happened there. Yep, I thought that may have happened. Dalabona, not normally known for her dinking prowess, opted to speed it up straight away. Sarah Burr, smart captaincy. There's two errors there on the side of Dalabona regarding the dinking.
Yeah, I thought we were going to see a bit of a timeout there, but no, they're happy to persist with it. They are still up by 4 points.
Oh, just short, thought about it. Breakers get it back, 5-point lead.
Yeah, good placement. Not much Dalabona can do there.
Yeah, she's had a couple of errors in the last 5 minutes or so, Summer. Oh, that's another one, well read. Sarah Burr floats it in. 3-point game. The Glory really coming back into this one. Whatever was said was at that timeout was worth it.
Dalabona, just really good put away there. And you can almost say, it's hard to say when you're up by 4 points, but they almost needed that just to get the momentum back their way for the Breakers.
I agree entirely with that. I think they were in a bit of trouble, but quick 2 points, and suddenly the pressure's back on the Glory.
A little bit of a net just shaping up hard then.
Oh, nearly.
Good aggressive shot by Hart.
Yeah, the net presence really doing well there for the Glory.
And right to the back of the court. You see, just trying to fire herself up. Still in this game. 14-19.
Oh, Hart did everything right there except for the last one. Just need to slow down at the most pivotal time. The Breakers moving to a game point situation. Ooh, that's called out. We'll see what the final call is. Breakers have challenged it. Official Raymond Murphy has confirmed that it is out. Breakers will take the victory.
And just, you'd almost say probably the most dominant win we've had today.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I think the...
Right from the outset, sort of looked in control. Had the Glory on the back foot right from the start. Just, professional display, really.
Well, it's also a momentum booster for the Breakers, considering their captain beat the Glory's captain. So there's a little bit of mind games going on. Gentlemen commencing the court for our next set of games.
And really looking forward to seeing the this Breakers bearing.
Yeah, the team in purple. We've got George Wall taking on, or playing with, Taylor Smith. Tay coming from a high-level padel background. But for the Gold Coast Glory, we have the combination of Wesley Vine and Ollie Gray. Gray was on fire earlier today. I imagine he'd like to continue that fine form.
And he'd almost have to be, I feel. Vine didn't get too much of a look in the earlier games against the Mavericks, but I sort of feel that Gray's going to have to be the aggressor and just be on top of his game to really take on this pairing.
So that's
it's not going to be easy.
General rule of thumb, if you want to beat either of the Vine brothers, unfortunately Travis is injured, but you just don't hit the ball at them. But yeah, you're right. Ollie Gray will probably get a bit more of the ball in this one, but I think he was in such fine form in the last game, it won't be an issue. Speaking of which, Wesley Vine, representing Bean Lee, halfway between Gold Coast and Brisbane. And
so
probably...
almost got a foot in both camps then.
Yeah, he's definitely, I'd say he's probably more Gold Coast, if anything, but he's definitely in the top 3 male players in Australia, I reckon, at the moment, given recent performances. Taylor Smith, coming from the East Coast Pickleball side of things from Gold Coast, but representing the Breakers here, is very vocal on court, loves a bit of banter. I've been lucky enough to have him in the commentary booth several times. He's a good egg, loves a laugh.
We talked about players, athletic players with good reach earlier on in the day, and is there anyone with a better reach than Taylor Smith?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty crazy considering all these gentlemen are around the same height. So time will tell. This will be a good test of that. Looks like the Breakers will be bringing it in first. Smith with ball in hand, 0-0. Gray firing immediately.
And I think we discussed it in the last game that he almost needs to do that to get his confidence up, pump himself up, ready for this gold medal matchup.
Double points. And I mentioned earlier about Ollie Gray being the one opting to, like, he'll probably get a lot of the ball. They've actually, it looks like the Glory have fully leaned into that with Ollie Gray taking the right side of the court, so he has that priority in the middle. Ooh, drive just short. Ooh, bit of lip there from Smith. Got a feeling in this one.
Yeah, you're not going to go you're not going to want to go anywhere. You're going to be wanting to tune in for this matchup.
Well, we'll see what the call is there. I think that was called out. The ball was played on though, so it must be, no, called in. So 3-1.
Ollie Gray again. Pulling the trigger and getting the point, forcing the error.
Vine with the third shot drop, unsuccessful. He did have a fair few errors now, I think about it, in the games earlier today. Maybe that's the decision on the position swap between Gray and Vine.
That's that reach I was talking about. Attempted the lob.
Yeah, it's a bit risky lobbing Taylor Smith coming from the Padel background. They are very proficient at smashing the ball.
Really good patience from the Glory there. And then just missing that serve. We've talked about it a few times. There's nothing worse than missing your serve and just giving away a quick point.
I'm honestly surprised at the amount of service errors we've seen throughout our matches today. ATP, George Wall. Fantastic strike of the ball. Ties the game up with the highlight play.
Just executed it so well too. Didn't have much to work with and just put it so low.
Yeah, George Wall copping Ollie Gray in the shoulder there. The Breakers have the lead.
Great play by Gray. It just kept pushing it to his backhand, managed to stay in great position. And then when he got the opportunity, he was really aggressive. Put it away and gets the point.
Oh, Gray just reaching there. Not getting full purchase on the ball, which he would have liked. Breakers, I think the Breakers probably have slight advantage in the momentum right now, but it's ever so slight. Poole look at the hands go. George Wall. Brick wall in defence. Not getting it past him.
Yeah, put up a little bit too high to Wall, and you just sort of can't give a player of his ilk that sort of a shot. You know, it's probably only going to end up in one outcome.
Geez, George Wall starting to take over this game right now. 3 quick points off of his hand.
And you talk about a little bit of momentum. The Glory actually decided to switch it up and change sides then. Contemplated a timeout, but knowing that they might get a break if they lose this point.
And the Glory get it back. This is their opportunity now if they want to chip away at this lead. Ollie Gray to serve, 7-10. Drive unsuccessful. Players are now going to swap sides of the court, and we're going to go through to a commercial break. We'll be back for the second half of this game after this.
Discover a community designed for over 50s that lets you do you.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good. Another lager. No booze, no worries.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. George Wall with the ball in hand. 4-point lead right now for the Brisbane Breakers. Oh, Gray bouncing that out of there.
I might have got bounced out of the stadium.
Yeah, he's absolutely pummeled it, that's for sure.
He's hit a few of them today. They might have actually lost that ball.
Yeah, well, it struck so hard, it doesn't surprise me.
As George Wall has to hurdle and come back into the court.
Smith happy with that fist pump, stare down. Breakers with the lead.
So he should be. Put in 2 glorious defensive shots then, just to stay in that point. Gray. Just absolutely rocketed that winner.
Yeah, he's obviously feeling it. Oh, communication error there on the side of the Glory. Straight down the middle. No one swings wide. Breakers looking comfortable
Yeah, back out to a 5-point lead as timeout's called from the Glory. As they find themselves.
And we would like to thank Yola, being one of the sponsors of the Brisbane Breakers, also the wonderful nets that we're using for this event. We've had some great games on today. The games have been fantastic too, I've got to say. It's been absolute privilege to be able to showcase it to everyone.
We've been blessed. Being a Melburnian myself, we don't often get to see this sort of talent come down for our tournaments. We don't have too many tournaments, and yeah, being the first MLP event down here, we've been blessed with some amazing pickleball, amazing talent who've been playing some amazing pickleball.
Yeah, look, I believe with the Major League Pickleball Australia events showcased around the country that places like Melbourne will quickly grow. I think the sport's going to boom here. It's only a matter of time. We are back to it. Taylor Smith to bring it in, 14-9.
I think what we're also seeing is that this is the third event that people are knowing that there's a lot of talent coming through, and they're going to have to keep lifting their game and keep taking it to the next level. And I think that's what we're seeing today.
Yep, sales wide, George Wall converting, but you are right. There will be a whole bunch of pressure starting to be applied on these players as the crop of other new players coming into the sport improves.
Taylor Smith misses that one. Just got caught a little bit in no man's land. Had to dig it out from his feet.
Oh, Smith unable to defend. A great smash there by Ollie Gray. How good was that reset by George Wall during that passage?
Oh, it was just a flick of the wrist and just quick speed up, and yeah, the Glory won't sustain that.
The Breakers looking very good right now. Their last win was pretty comfortable, I have to say. Taylor Smith and George Wall are trying to follow suit. Well done, Ollie Gray. I was just thinking about it, like tactics-wise, we're seeing a lot of Gray and George Wall getting the ball. From a Gold Coast Glory point of view, you probably don't want George Wall getting the high percentage of the ball. He's an absolute superstar. But I feel like Taylor Smith is being frozen out here.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. But you can see the way that Gray sort of just changed directions on that dink battle to really test Smith out.
Great shot, Smith, converting. 4 points away from the victory. Good pick up by Vine. George Wall there to gobble it up.
Watch on the replay.
It's really well done by Smith, punching that down because he was caught quite high too. Great reset. Oh, incredible reset, Taylor Smith. Fighting, not giving it up. And the Breakers well and truly in control. Gets the job done.
That's a little bit brutal. He was in a good position and just had to change everything when it hit the net and didn't get much opportunity, as brings up game point now.
Oh, Wall converts. Clinical. George Wall, Taylor Smith take another victory for the Breakers. Very strong showing so far for the side in purple.
And we probably we'd seen really close games all day, and then just the last two, it looked like that the Breakers were in control for both of those. That was no exception. They although the margin, they couldn't sort of push it beyond that 4. They always looked like they were in control. And just whenever sort of the Glory looked like they were about to get some momentum, the Breakers, just Wall and Smith, 2 very good players, were able just to almost put the foot down. It's like they were in cruise control.
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think I don't know, considering in Sydney, the Breakers, I think, came 3rd in the end. And they had a pretty poor showing of games. This is such a resounding return to form, considering the Brisbane Breakers took the victory in the event at St. Lucia that we did. So you have to give full credit to Ludovica Shaki and the team that she is leading, because right now they are in absolutely fine form. However, for the Gold Coast Glory, it's not all over just yet. They need to get some victories in these mixed games, however. Going to have the duo of Deborah Rossi and Ben Costin taking on Dora Seng and Martin Clark.
And Seng and Clark, we saw in the earlier game with the Mavs, they were really fun to watch. We can see, we think, Costin and Rossi also play together a fair bit. It's going to be quite an interesting sort of little matchup, I feel.
Yeah, and we got Dora on screen. Always a wonderful person to hang around with. She is apparently loving her trip here in Australia. She's obviously representing the Gold Coast Glory from Taiwan, but really, really nice player to hang around with and representing the Glory well. For Ben Costin, we saw him perform earlier today, and I imagine he'll be trying to continue the results for the Breakers. For play style point of view, I imagine he'll be probably the aggressive player out of him and Rossi for the Breakers. And actually, same for Dora. I imagine Dora's going to be the one to initiate those firefights.
Yeah. And we saw Costin in that last game. When he got the opportunity, he really tried to capitalise, be that aggressor. This will be no exception. He's going to probably have to wait again for his opportunity, and when he does, he's going to have to strike.
Yep, I agree with that. Official Rammer Murphy calling this one once more. She's got our players ready to go. Looks like the Gold Coast Glory will be serving first. 0-0, Seng to bring it in. It's an error there.
How often have we seen that in the first point? Just a
Yeah,
little bit of an error.
They've been very quick so far, the first points. Side out. Costin to bring it in, 1-1.
Just an error by Costin. Back to the Glory. 2-1.
Oh, Rossi clipping the top of her paddle. I probably should mention this too, but Deborah Rossi and Martin Clark have had many battles together over the years in the mixed games. Oh, Sang, the net roll catching her off guard there, causing the pop-up.
Yeah, it's a good put away. Martin Clark has to go fetch the ball. And they really need to win this game of Glory. find themselves down.
Yeah, pressure starting to apply. It's definitely building up. Two-point lead so far for the Glory. This is a strong start. They would like to try and get a win under their belt.
Drive by Clark. Forcing the error from Rossi.
I don't know if you can hear that racket at home, but that's the Sydney Smash, one of our other teams in full celebration mode right now from their game that's just occurred.
Just pushing that one wide, Seng. But she's still smiling.
Always.
When is she not smiling? She's just loving being out here. Win, lose or draw.
Ooh, speed up by saying unsuccessful. 1 point game.
Rossi just missing that one. I was by March, saw it a little bit in the last game. We've probably seen it a little bit today. Some of those third shot drops just falling short.
Oh, Rossi trying to kiss that right line. Unfortunately, opened it up too much. Forehand roll, too much there by Ben Costin. Trying to force the play. Dora Sang agile enough to get out of the way.
Martin Clark on the drive again to Rossi. Just pushes it wide again. So find themselves up by 5.
Ah, Dora Sang. What a lob.
And Martin Clark, I think Martin Clark enjoyed it more than anyone.
That was cheeky. Got the job done. Oh, just gone outside. Singh tried to speed it up. It looks, Dora and Martin just looked at each other like, yeah, we'll just let that one go. Oh dear. Yeah, well played. Clark and Seng catching off the Breakers, and they are now going to swap sides of the court. Glory looking really good right now. We'll be back after this commercial break. And welcome back. Martin Clark with ball in hand. The Glory looking strong so far. for the first half of this game. Official Rammer Murphy's just having a good old chat. We are ready to go. Well, Sang running, that's gone out though.
She did so well with the poach, got in a great position, and then just almost got too ahead of herself and hit the top of the paddle. Just a miss by Rossi there. Sang back to serve. 12-8.
It's a stronger start here for the Breakers, considering the deficit they had to cut down. Costin not having any of that. Lob attempt by Sang unsuccessful.
She thought she'll try it again after that first one was so successful, but Costin sort of read it pretty well, took a step back, was able to put it away. And suddenly back within 2.
Oh, Deb Rossi read that perfectly, punching it down the line.
Good play by Clark. Rossi wasn't able to get on the end of it. Back out to 2 points. The Glory down 1-3 in this overall matchup.
Yeah, 1 point in it now.
It's amazing how these games can just quickly turn.
Yep, a lead can definitely dissipate very quickly. However, Glory find themselves 2 points ahead. They'd like to add another 2 to it if they could. Not to be. This is what we saw earlier today, just a creeping game, 1 point each. Speed up Rossi, defending well, ties it up 14-14.
How many times have we said that today? A tight game.
It's been a lot. Costin with the poach, athleticism, good footwork, punching it away from Clark.
Yeah, I think the poach was better than the hurdle back into the court. But I don't blame him, he was pretty excited.
Well, he had to withdraw from the Sydney event due to injury, so he's probably really happy to be out there at the moment, Ben Costin.
We certainly don't want to see another injury if we've got a tie game again.
Oh, Rossi too short. Nice defensive effort there by the Glory.
And Martin sensing they need this game, really trying to pump him up, his teammate up. As they up by 1.
Oh, too good. Great hands. Sang and Martin Clark combining. Outrageous firepower on display here for the Gold Coast Glory.
This is really what was needed. Got the opportunity, put it away. And Clark back to serve.
Oh, that was so well played. Dora Seng opening up the opposition, punching it away. This setup here, flick of the wrist to the right, beautifully done.
Everyone talks about the winners, but it was the shot earlier to set up the winner, and that's what pickleball's all about. A great setup play.
Well, the Glory looking good. I imagine the Breakers may consider a timeout. No, not to be. Okay, they're opting to stay on. Momentum heavily in favour of the Glory right now. Sang court reaching. Ben Costin converting. The Breakers get it back.
Good solid defence there by Costin.
Oh, Sang too far. Rossi lets it go. Solid save there by Ben Costin.
And we're almost seeing another little momentum shift.
Yep, 2-point game. The Glory desperately need this victory.
Oh, what a firefight. Costin pumped up. That was unbelievable play. And the Breakers end up on top of that one.
They now have a game point opportunity here for the Glory.
Great put away, great placement by Rossi. That overhead straight down the middle of the court. Down by one, Costin a serve.
Ooh, threatening the Ernie. Clark hitting it too far, goes long. We have a tied game, 20-20.
How good has this game been?
Oh, mate, this is very exciting.
Just ebbs and flows.
Oh, communication miss up there for the Glory. And the Breakers take a game point opportunity.
And what a time to have a communication breakdown. They have been so good all day together.
Speed up. Martin Clark converting, and that there is a tight game once more, 21-21.
You can just see Sam just puts her fist up in the air and just yells out, yes. They're still alive in this one. 21 all.
Dora Seng with another lob. I don't know if that was the right passage of play there. Breakers get it back. Game point opportunity once more. Deb Rossi to bring it in. Yeah, great angles. And that there's a tight game once more, 22-22.
Just a beautiful flick of the wrist by Clark. Just opened up the angle, made it tough for Costin. Seng back in, 22 all.
Costin winning that exchange. Good firefight. Seng did pretty well, but that middle one, well placed, unretrievable. Game point once more. How high is this number going to go?
just squared up. And the Breakers take a 4-1 lead, 24-22 in that one. That was a great game. But I really felt that Costin really lifted in those big moments when he was needed to. Feel a bit sorry for Sean Clark then. They didn't really deserve to lose that one.
Well, I mean, that's probably the talking point, isn't it? The Glory had the opportunity to put that away. They had quite a large lead, but couldn't get it done in the end. So, yeah, mass amount of pressure now applied to the Gold Coast Glory as they are basically fighting for their chances now. They need 3 more wins to tie this thing up and force a dream breaker. Otherwise, it's all she wrote. And we got the 2 of the old duos on court right now. Beck Kingsley and Vish Masand have both played together, as well as Jane and David.
We've seen Masand playing really good in these matchups.
The players are just having a good old warm-up and we're ready to go. There he is, Mr. Masand on screen. He's featured in many of our interviews after games because he keeps winning.
And I can see why you like him. He's just been playing out of his skin. And he's probably been doing that for a while. But just that double-handed backhand. He just never looks out of a point. And Dave Richardson, probably don't need to say too much about him, do we?
No, I mean, the Iceman, cool as a cucumber. He is, I don't know, he's got like that 1,000-yard stare. When you play against him, he does not look phased, no matter whatever the situation may be on court. Also one of the nicest guys to play pickleball. Ironically, after our event in Sydney last fortnight, I was on the same flight as David and our flight was delayed by several hours, so I was stuck in the airport with him. Got to know him a little bit better. He's a lovely guy.
Good brain to pick about pickleball. He's certainly been in a lot of high-class matches, a lot of experience. Like you said, nothing much seems to faze him. I feel like I said it earlier on in the day, he'd probably have the same expression when he was up 11-0 or down.
Yeah,
down 11.
I mean, ironically, David's first ever tournament, I played with him. We did an event in Brisbane together. I don't know if I was the director of that tournament or just scoring, but he needed a partner and I just said, oh, I'm happy to jump in and play with you.
And how'd you go?
I think we got a bronze in the end. But David, yeah, he's absolute superstar. Looks like the Breakers are going to be serving first. It's currently 0-0 and we are underway.
Vish with the aggressive play. And I might say, Dylan, that's probably our longest first point of the match we've had.
Yeah, I know. We've had a lot of very short ones, that's for sure.
Had a lot of
I'm
serves
just glad
going
it wasn't
to the
served
net.
into the net. Sheesh.
We're getting better as we go along, I think.
Nice shot there by Richardson, catching Beck Kingsley off guard, forcing the error.
And we sort of semi-joke about his, cool demeanour, but that was just perfect placement. Didn't panic. Just great game management.
Oh, Kingsley relentless at the net. Strong presence for the Glory. They apply a lot of pressure when they're up at the kitchen line.
Just missing that one into the net, Kingsley. Just really attacking her backhand.
Oof. Kingsley catching an absolute stray there from David Richardson.
That attacked more than her backhand. That was straight to the body by Richardson. Did cop the net on the way through, though.
2-point lead for the Breakers early on.
A little bit unlucky there again, Kingsley. She's been on the end of a couple of stray balls.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what happened there. That was a bit funny.
Yeah, it almost looked like it sort of a little bit connected the net. Wonder whether we're going to see an early timeout. No. Thought they might call one early then.
Well, they got it back, so...
Terry with great defence, and then Richardson just comes in with the poach. Quality play, they find themselves 7-2 up. Masang just straight onto that one. There's such quick movement. Was able to put it away, and they needed that point.
Yeah, I agree entirely with that. I think the Breakers looking mighty comfortable right now. They're trying to close this thing out. They do not want to continue playing. If they can win it now, they will.
Richardson to Kingsley again. I'm feeling her pain at the moment. She's copped a couple. And they find themselves 9-3 down too.
Yeah, I mean, it's working for the Breakers, though. I think the Glory need to call a timeout, reassess some strategies, because Richardson's having a field day right now. Yeah, happening again. Glory need to change their returns. That one goes wide. That there is the change of sides. We are going to go through to a commercial break to recommence the game afterwards. Thank you for watching.
Discover a community designed for over 50s that lets you do you.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good. Another lager. No booze, no worries.
And welcome back. We are straight back into it. Richardson bringing it in. David Richardson in fine form right now. Many drive opportunities and another one, the net roll. And Beck Kingsley absolutely copping it right now.
Just how many, she's in good position. She's not taking a backward step. Just keeps copping that net. And that's pickleball. Sometimes it works for you. Sometimes it works against you. And today's one of those days where it's against her at the moment.
Five, that goes long.
And we probably should remind our viewers that if the Breakers win this, they win the gold.
Yep. Chasing victory right now.
Currently find themselves 4-1 up against the Gold Coast Glory. As they get the serve back, the Gold Coast Glory really need to find some momentum, and they need to find it fast.
Well, that's called out. Yeah, I think from a strategy point of view, the Glory, you can see they're trying to open up the angles a bit more. David Richardson playing a heavy poach roll now, right now, cutting across and taking a lot of the court. As he is on fire, so why not, right? But the Glory need to respond somehow.
Yeah, why not keep it on the hot paddle?
Kingsley definitely being targeted right now. Someone sails long though.
Yeah, just overcooked the last couple that have just sailed long and suddenly backing it a little bit.
Service error. Well, Tio called it out. They've played it on though.
Yeah, that service did look out, but the rules with pickleball, you both got to call it out, and Dave Richardson decided to play it. Why wouldn't you when you're in his sort of form? Just keep playing. They're not getting the point.
Okay, it looks like the serve had commenced before our official David J finished calling the serve, so the Gold Coast Glory will win the point in that exchange and get the serve as well. Now, Kingsley's in all sorts at the moment. She's been targeted heavily throughout this game. Needs to bounce back.
Yeah, she looks a little down on herself, but it only takes one good winner and suddenly you get your confidence right back up.
Speed up down the middle. Backhand roll, too good. David Richardson.
We've been seeing him do it with his forehand in this game. There with the backhand. Just showing a good all-round game.
Kingsley getting out of the way. That is a smart play. She needs to let him sail.
Yeah, it was a good lead. She read it well. Because she is being targeted a little bit, she probably was able to preempt that one a little bit. Really good leave. We're talking a little bit about Dave Richardson, how well he's playing in this game, but Tio just playing a really good support role.
Yep. Yeah, doing a job. If anything, is that Everall working out there for Richardson? If anything, Massand is probably the one person we haven't talked about. He hasn't really been involved at all. Kingsley copping a large percentage of the balls so far.
Yeah, normally you would certainly like to see him sort of move over, almost standing that right on the middle line there. As Dave Richardson goes for another one.
Yeah, dropping that one. Shoulder dropped a little bit as a result. The drive was off. That's better from the Glory. Massan getting himself involved. Had a couple double-handed backhands resulting in the Breakers pushing back. Needs to establish himself if the Glory want to bounce back. Momentum is a funny thing in pickleball.
What do we see? We saw a big comeback earlier on in the day at what, 2014, I think it was?
Yeah, it was a lot.
So you never give up on these games. After the incident earlier, Hassan making sure that the score's been called.
Oh, communication lapse. Kingsley and Massan both going for it.
That's what we've been crying out for from Massan. It looked like he'd hit 2 winners, but just great defense by the Breakers. We find ourselves 2 points away from a gold medal.
Service error, though. Not to be.
We have seen a lot of them today.
Yeah, we have. One thing the players will probably all want to be practicing before our next Major League Pickleball Australia event, that's for sure. And that there is a gold medal point for the Brisbane Breakers. They convert this. They will walk away with the shinies here for Major League Pickleball Australia here in Melbourne. And they get it done. The Breakers taking the victory. This is their second win for Major League Pickleball Australia. Fantastic effort for the Breakers.
And well deserved for Breakers. Outside of that first couple of games, they almost looked in control with all the other games, apart from probably that last one as well. A bit of a tight matchup, but just a dominant display. You know, they looked in total control that game, 21-13. And it's safe to say they deserve their gold medal.
Yeah, I agree with that. This is a pretty clinical performance. Ludovica Shaki and her team will be very happy. So we'll be handing over to an interview. The players are just having a quick old chat, bit of a celebration. But you can see they're also happy, and fair enough too. It looks like Lou Shaki and George Wall. Oh, all of them are coming over. All right, over to you, Russell. You can deal with that scrum of people. You can have a chat with them.
I don't know who I'm going to be talking to. I think it's going to be the captain, surely. Where's our captain? There she is, right behind me. Louis, there's no champagne being sprayed around just yet, but I'm sure it probably will be later on. You've just won a big meet. This is pretty important, isn't it? It's pretty huge. A lot of work goes in this. How are you feeling?
I'm really happy for today. We played so solid. We didn't do many mistakes. Every match was really close. But we managed to get the win, and yeah, that's important.
Very important. It really was what you said, a dominant performance, especially in the grand final match. You all looked really, steely. You looked like you were ready to go, and everyone played their role and got the wins early.
Yeah, exactly. And everyone has been so supportive. So we play like a real team. So that meant helped a lot the team to get through.
Tell us a little bit about the team behind me. It's got some fair talent behind. It really can play, can't they?
Yeah. We trained a lot together. We did a lot of things together over the last 2 weeks. So we get so close, and I think that's helped a lot also, being good on court together.
Pickleball is a growing sport. Not everybody would know about it, but you guys certainly do. It's a growing sport. It seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and it's growing so fast. So it's so exciting what's happening this year and what's happening next year as well. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, congratulations to you. You've won the last meet of the season. You are now gold medalists. Well done. Congratulations to the Brisbane Breakers. Give it up. That just about wraps it up here for Major League Pickleball in Melbourne. It is the Brisbane Breakers taking home the victory. We hope to see, I would like to thank our major sponsors, of course, Yola, Franklin and Engage. And we hope to see you again for MLP in 2024.